I believe that within us all, we have this untapped potential that not a lot of people are aware of, and not a lot of people take advantage of. This potential is called reflection. We spend so much time learning from other people, from the internet, from books, from any self-help book, from any YouTuber telling you some advice. But I believe that within us, we can get far more deeper insights into becoming better in anything. Specifically in things that are repetitive in your life, like something you do every day, for example, like socializing, working, studying. I believe that we can become better at these stuff just by reflecting on them. You know yourself more than anyone on the internet does. So the lessons you learn by yourself are far more valuable, in my opinion. And I also believe that experience is very important, but without reflecting on experiences, the power and the value of these experiences become less, because part of the value of experiences is what you learn from it and what you can change in your life from that experience. And reflection helps you get deeper insight on what you can do better for the rest of your life from that experience. A lot of the things that we struggle with are basic level. They're not complex. They don't need to take a master class to be better at. All you need, in my opinion, is just to get insight from your brain to reflection. And then after you've mastered yourself, that's when you go out and explore other people's knowledge and become better by exploring different beliefs and different ways of living to get the best one. But it all starts within yourself. The way I reflect every day is by journaling, especially before I sleep. That's when I do my journaling. In bed, right before I go to bed, I fall asleep. I open an app called Obsidian, and I open a template, and then I just answer a series of questions that I have for myself. And through the questions that I ask in Obsidian, I'm able to take all the losses or wins sometimes, but also losses, because that's where you learn the biggest lessons, and turn them into wins tomorrow. And I keep on doing that every day. And that's how you can improve every day by yourself without needing any internet. And also, the information that you get sometimes, that you listen to, that you read, a lot of it gets in your one ear and just gets out of the other ear. We just forget about it. We don't really do anything about it. We just listen, learn, and then a few minutes later you just forget everything. And reflection also helps in that aspect too. You take what you learn from books, from videos, from articles, from whatever, and when you reflect on them and see, deeply just think of how can that apply to your own life, you're able to actually use these insights and turn them into actually useful things, actual valuable lessons. As I said in my previous video, information with no application is useless. So, with that said, I highly recommend anyone to try out journaling, especially before you sleep, because it also helps with getting you to sleep. I realized that when you journal, after you're done journaling for like 15 minutes, you just feel like sleeping. You're just tired from reading and reflecting, so you just fall asleep instantly. It's beautiful. I used to fall asleep. I used to struggle with that, but right now it's not even a worry that I have, because I know after reflecting, I'm almost out of energy and I just fall asleep. As long as your phone's on dark mode and the brightness is very low, because if it's not, then it's actually gonna do the opposite. So if you're interested in seeing how I do my reflections and journaling, I will link you to the other video that I made. You can say it's like a part 2 of this video, where I share my template in Obsidian. You can get it there for free if you want. But not only my daily template, but also my weekly template and my monthly, which are also related to my. It all connects to each other, and that's actually how I created the previous video, which is the biggest lessons I learned in 2022. So every day, I write down the lessons I learned from today, and then at the end of the week, I take what I learned from these past days and I join them all into one big lesson. Not one big lesson, but like one paragraph that contains the biggest lessons I learned from this past week. And then the same thing for the past month. I take the past week's stuff for that month and I join them all and I put the most important ones into my monthly. That's for each month. And then at the end of the quarter or the third, so every 4 months, I join these 4 months into one, and I take also like summarize them and take the best out of the best from these. It's like, candidates from the days to the weeks to the month, and then the thirdlies, and then the year. And that's exactly where I compressed all the lessons and got the best of the best and put them all into the year. That's exactly where I got all the 28 lessons, I think, that I talked about in my previous 2 videos. They were all from journaling. That's it. Throughout the year. If you're interested in seeing how I do that, just click on that video. I'll link it somewhere, and I'll see you there. And if you found this video helpful in any way, you learned something, please do something about it, reflect on it, and apply it to your own life. And like and subscribe. Yeah, goodbye. Cheers, mate. By the way, this is just water.